Today, I want to talk about something that lies at the very core of who we are, our passion. There's a fire inside each of us, a drive, a deep pull towards something. The only challenge is finding it. But once you do, once you tap into that force, your life changes forever. But let me ask you this, what is passion? It's more than just doing what you love. It's that feeling when you're doing something that makes your heart race, your soul hum, and your spirit soar. It's that thing that makes you lose track of time because you're so deeply connected to it. Passion isn't just about what makes you happy, it's about what brings you alive. Finding your passion begins with something so simple but so powerful: listening to yourself. In this noisy world, it's easy to drown out that small voice inside you. But that voice is your guide, your compass. It knows what excites you. It knows what challenges you. It knows what keeps you up at night dreaming. Some of you might be sitting there thinking, I don't know what my passion is. How do I even begin to find it? Well, let me tell you, it's okay not to know. It's okay to feel lost sometimes. But here's the thing: you don't find passion by waiting for it to show up at your doorstep. You find it by stepping out, by trying new things, by exploring what interests you, even if you have no idea where it will lead. And let's be real, passion can be intimidating. We often think, what if I'm not good enough? What if I fail? But let me tell you something: the fear of failure, the doubt, the uncertainty, they are all part of the process. You don't have to be perfect to follow your passion. You just have to be willing to take that first step, even if it's scary. It's also important to remember that finding your passion takes time. This is not a race. There's no deadline for discovering what sets your soul on fire. Be patient with yourself. Give yourself the grace to explore, to stumble, and to learn. And when you do find it, when that light bulb finally goes off and you say, this is it, this is what I was born to do, oh, the magic that happens, you'll feel a sense of alignment. Your passion will match your purpose. And that's where fulfillment lies. That's when work stops being work, and life starts becoming a beautiful adventure. Remember, passion isn't just about doing what's fun or easy. Sometimes it's hard work. Sometimes it's long hours, sleepless nights, and pushing through obstacles. But here's the thing: when you're truly passionate, even the hard work feels worth it. Because it's not draining you, it's fueling you. Now, you might be inspired by the stories of others who found their passion, people who followed their heart, who leapt into the unknown and never looked back. But I'm here to tell you that your story is just as important. You have something unique to give to this world. Your passion, whatever it may be, is a gift, not just to yourself, but to all of us. So my challenge to you today is this: start listening to your heart. Start paying attention to what energizes you, what makes you come alive. Don't be afraid to explore, to try, and to fail. Because finding your passion is not just about what you do, it's about who you are. It's about discovering the very thing that makes you you. And when you find that thing, oh, what a beautiful, powerful life you'll live. Passion is a force of nature that stirs something deep within us. It's not just about doing what you like or finding an enjoyable activity. It's an emotion that consumes you, that takes over your thoughts and drives your actions. Passion is the fuel behind purpose. It's that uncontrollable excitement that bubbles up when you talk about, think about, or engage with something that speaks to the core of who you are. When you are passionate about something, it becomes more than just a task or a goal. It becomes an extension of yourself, something that feels as essential to your life as breathing. Whether it's art, science, social causes, or even business, passion is what pushes you to stay up late at night working and creating, not because you have to, but because you simply cannot imagine doing anything else. Passion gives meaning to your efforts. It provides the energy to persevere, to keep going when the road gets tough, because the very act of pursuing that passion brings you joy and fulfillment. It's the difference between dragging yourself through life and waking up every day eager to chase after your dreams. More importantly, passion doesn't just ignite action, it sustains it. It gives you the resilience to face challenges and obstacles, because when you're passionate, setbacks don't feel like roadblocks, they feel like stepping stones. Passion is what allows you to keep moving forward, even when others would give up, because for you, it's not just a matter of success or failure, it's about the journey itself. passion, at its heart, is about connection to a purpose greater than yourself, to something that makes you feel alive and makes your life feel meaningful. It's that inner spark that reminds you who you are and what you were meant to do in this world. Self-reflection is the starting point for discovering your passion. It's about taking the time to truly understand yourself, your desires, your strengths, and even your weaknesses. In a world that constantly pulls us in a million directions, it's easy to lose sight of what we really want or what brings us joy. That's why self-reflection is so important. It creates a space for clarity, where you can begin to uncover the things that make your heart beat faster. This process isn't always comfortable, though. It requires honesty, looking inward and asking the tough questions: what makes me excited? What do I love doing even when no one is watching? What are the things I can't stop thinking about? At the same time, it's about recognizing what drains you, what feels like an obligation, and what you do just because it's expected of you. Passion isn't about living by someone else's definition of success. It's about finding what truly resonates with you. Self-reflection involves observing the moments in your life when you felt most alive, most engaged, or most fulfilled. These are often clues to what you're passionate about. Think about the times when you lost track of time because you were so absorbed in what you were doing. What were you working on? Who were you with? What environment were you in? These moments hold the key to understanding what genuinely excites you. Moreover, self-reflection isn't just a one-time exercise. It's something that needs to be revisited regularly. As you grow and evolve, so will your interests and passions. By checking in with yourself frequently, you allow room for change and adaptation. You might discover new interests or realize that what once fueled you no longer holds the same spark, and that's perfectly okay. Life is about growth, and so is your journey toward passion. This inward exploration also helps you strip away external pressures. Society often pushes us to follow certain paths, like choosing a safe career or sticking to what's familiar. Self-reflection allows you to tune out those voices and listen to your own. It's a personal conversation between you and your inner self, guiding you toward the things that align with who you truly are, not who others want you to be. In the end, self-reflection is not just about finding passion, but understanding what kind of life you want to lead. It's about identifying the values, interests, and pursuits that light up your soul and give you a sense of purpose. When you take the time to understand yourself, you become more equipped to recognize the passions that lie waiting within you, ready to be awakened. Exploring interests is a crucial step in discovering your passion. Often we aren't born knowing exactly what we love or what excites us. Passion doesn't always strike like lightning sometimes. It's uncovered slowly through curiosity and experimentation. This means stepping outside of your comfort zone and trying things that are new, different, or unfamiliar. It's about being open to possibilities and not being afraid to make mistakes or fail along the way. The beauty of exploring interests is that it invites you to experience the world in all its richness. Whether it's learning a new skill, traveling to different places, picking up a hobby, or even engaging in conversations with people from various walks of life, each new experience brings with it the potential to spark something within you. The activities you engage in might not all lead to lifelong passions, but they will teach you more about what excites or bores you, what challenges you in a good way, and what you naturally gravitate toward. Exploration isn't just about trying the obvious or what you think might interest you. It's about casting a wide net. Often people discover their passion in unexpected places, in activities they never thought would captivate them. Perhaps you try painting and realize you love the creative process, or you start volunteering and find that helping others gives you a deep sense of fulfillment. By exploring a broad range of interests, you increase your chances of finding that one thing or many things that truly resonates with you. One of the biggest obstacles to exploring interests is the fear of wasting time. We sometimes hesitate to try new things because we don't want to fail, or because we think, what if I don't like it? But exploration isn't about immediate results or success, it's about discovery. Even if you try something and realize it's not for you, that experience still adds value. It helps narrow down your path and brings you one step closer to understanding what you do love. This journey of exploration also requires a mindset of curiosity. Rather than putting pressure on yourself to immediately find a passion that will define your life, approach each new interest with an open mind. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What part of this experience excites me? What does this teach me about myself? The answers to these questions will help guide you toward your true passions, even if they don't reveal themselves right away. As you explore different interests, it's important to pay attention to how each one makes you feel. Do you feel energized, excited, or inspired, or do you feel indifferent, frustrated, or disengaged? Your emotional response is a powerful indicator of whether or not you're heading in the right direction. Passion is something that makes you feel alive, and the more you explore, the closer you'll get to finding those activities that stir that energy within you. Exploring interest is a dynamic process that involves both curiosity and patience. You may find multiple passions along the way, or one overarching passion that defines your path. Regardless, the key is to stay engaged in the journey, embracing the uncertainty and the joy that comes from discovering new aspects of yourself and the world around you. By being proactive in your exploration, you open doors to endless possibilities, each one bringing you closer to uncovering the passions that will drive and inspire you for the rest of your life. Listening to your inner voice is one of the most powerful yet often overlooked steps in finding your passion. In a world full of external noise, social expectations, family pressures, cultural norms, it's easy to lose touch with that quiet voice inside you. This voice is your intuition, your gut feeling, the part of you that knows what truly matters and what brings you joy. It's always there, but it takes intention to really hear it. Your inner voice is unique to you. It's that feeling in your chest when something feels right or wrong. The whisper that nudges you toward what excites or interests you, but too often we ignore it. We doubt it because it might lead us in a direction that doesn't align with what others expect of us, or because it asks us to step outside of what's comfortable. But here's the truth: that voice is wise. It knows you better than anyone else. And when you listen to it, it will guide you toward your true passion. To hear your inner voice, you first need to create space for it. This means quieting the external noise, whether that's social media, opinions of others, or the distractions of daily life, and tuning into yourself. This can be done through reflection, mindfulness, journaling, or even just spending time alone. It's in these quiet moments that your inner voice becomes clearer. You begin to notice what thoughts and ideas keep returning to you, what activities make you feel alive, and what you dream about when you allow yourself to think freely. Sometimes your inner voice will guide you in directions that seem unconventional or risky. It might tell you to pursue a career that doesn't fit into traditional molds, or it may encourage you to follow a creative path that others might not understand. But passion isn't about fitting in or doing what's expected. It's about embracing what feels right for you, regardless of how it looks to others. Listening to that inner voice takes courage, but it's the only way to truly connect with what lights you up. Listening also means trusting. Your inner voice won't always lead you down a straight path. Sometimes it may guide you toward challenges or opportunities that don't make sense at first, but each step is part of the process. Trust that it's leading you in the right direction, even when the way forward isn't entirely clear. Passion is often discovered in unexpected places, and the more you trust your intuition, the more likely you are to stumble upon what truly excites you. Your inner voice is also incredibly persistent. Even when you try to ignore it, it has a way of coming back through dreams, through fleeting thoughts, or through a constant tug on your heart. The more you listen to it, the louder and clearer it becomes. It will tell you not only what you should be doing, but also what you should stop doing, those things that no longer serve you or align with who you are. Following your inner voice isn't always easy. It might lead you down a path that requires sacrifice or effort, or it might ask you to leave behind what feels safe or familiar. But when you truly listen and follow its guidance, you begin to live a life that feels authentic. You connect with the things that matter most to you, and you pursue passions that give your life meaning and purpose. In the end, your inner voice is your greatest guide. It knows your deepest desires, your unique talents, and what will bring you lasting fulfillment. By listening to it, you step into your true self, and in doing so, you move closer to discovering your passion, a passion that isn't defined by the world around you, but by the truth that lives within you. Fear and doubt are natural companions on the journey to finding your passion, but they are also the very things that can hold you back if you let them. The moment you begin to pursue something that truly matters to you, fear often shows up. It's that voice in your head that whispers, what if you fail? What if you're not good enough? What if this isn't the right path? These doubts can be paralyzing, making it easy to stay in your comfort zone rather than stepping out into the unknown. But here's the truth: fear is not the enemy. It's a sign that you're stepping into something important, something that challenges you and pushes you toward growth. Fear is an indicator that you care deeply about what you're pursuing. It's there because you're venturing into new territory, and that's where passion lives, in the unknown, in the places where comfort doesn't exist. The key isn't to eliminate fear, but to move forward despite it. Overcoming fear and doubt begins with acknowledging them. Pretending they don't exist only makes them stronger. By facing them head-on, you take away some of their power. When you name your fears, whether it's fear of failure, rejection, or not being good enough, you can begin to see them for what they are: temporary obstacles, not permanent barriers. One powerful way to overcome fear is to reframe it. Instead of viewing fear as a sign to stop, see it as a signal that you're on the right path. If you weren't pushing yourself, if you weren't chasing something meaningful, fear wouldn't even show up. Passion, by its very nature, invites risk because it involves putting your true self out into the world. And when you do that, there's always the possibility of criticism or failure. But there's also the possibility of incredible growth, success, and fulfillment. Doubt often comes from comparing yourself to others. You might look at people who have already found their passion, who seem to have it all figured out, and think, I'll never be like them, but comparison is the thief of joy, and it undermines your unique journey. Everyone's path is different, and the fact that others are ahead of you doesn't mean you're behind. Your passion is yours to discover in your own time and in your own way. Overcoming doubt means trusting that your journey is unfolding exactly as it should. Another way to overcome fear and doubt is to take small, manageable steps. Passion doesn't demand a giant leap all at once, it asks for consistent action. Even when fear looms large, taking small steps forward builds confidence and reduces doubt. As you take those steps, you start to see progress, and with each bit of progress, the fear begins to lose its grip. Confidence grows from action, not from waiting for the fear to disappear. It's also important to remember that failure is part of the process. No one succeeds without failing along the way, and failure doesn't mean you're on the wrong path. In fact, it often means you're getting closer to where you need to be. Each failure teaches you something valuable, and those lessons are what guide you toward your true passion. Fear of failure fades when you begin to see failure as feedback, not as an endpoint. Surrounding yourself with supportive people is another crucial step in overcoming fear and doubt. When you have people who believe in you, who encourage you, and who remind you of your strengths, it becomes easier to push through those moments of doubt. Their support can act as a buffer against the negative voices in your head, helping you stay focused on your passion. Ultimately, overcoming fear and doubt is about choosing courage over comfort. It's about recognizing that the pursuit of your passion is worth the discomfort of facing your fears. Passion requires vulnerability. It asks you to put yourself out there, to take risks, and to keep going even when it's difficult. But the rewards, living a life that feels meaningful, fulfilling, and aligned with who you are worth every ounce of uncertainty you might feel along the way. Fear and doubt may never completely go away, but they lose their power when you refuse to let them stop you. Finding your passion is not something that happens overnight, and this is where consistency and patience come into play. Passion often reveals itself slowly over time as you explore different paths and gather new experiences. It's easy to feel frustrated or discouraged if you don't immediately find something that excites you, but real passion often requires persistent effort and a willingness to wait for it to unfold. Consistency is key because passion, like any meaningful pursuit, needs time to develop. It's not always a sudden spark of inspiration. Sometimes it's something you grow into. You might start with a mild interest, and as you consistently engage with it, whether it's a hobby, a skill, or a subject of study, it begins to evolve into something deeper. Small, steady actions are what build momentum. It's about showing up day after day, even when the initial excitement wears off, and putting in the work to see where that interest leads. In a world that thrives on instant gratification, it can be tempting to expect immediate results. But passion is more of a marathon than a sprint. It demands patience, not only in discovering it, but also in cultivating it once you've found it. True passion takes time to grow. It's nurtured through dedication and persistence. This means embracing the process even when it's slow, even when you're unsure of where it's leading. The journey toward finding your passion is often filled with trial and error, and that's part of what makes it meaningful. Being patient with yourself is equally important. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that you should have everything figured out by a certain age or stage in life. But the timeline for discovering your passion is unique to you. Some people find their passion early on, while others stumble upon it later in life. There's no right or wrong time to figure it out. Patience allows you to give yourself the space to explore without pressure, knowing that passion may emerge in unexpected ways and at unexpected times. Along with patience comes the understanding that passion isn't always a constant, fiery emotion. Even once you've found it, there will be days when it feels less intense or when the challenges seem to outweigh the joy. This is where consistency matters most, continuing to engage with your passion even on the days when it feels hard. Passion is not about always feeling excited, it's about commitment to something that brings long-term fulfillment. The rewards come from staying with it, from pushing through the obstacles, and from allowing yourself to grow along the way. Patience also teaches you to embrace the learning curve. When you're pursuing something that matters deeply to you, there will be setbacks, mistakes, and moments of doubt. But each of these experiences is a stepping stone toward mastery and deeper understanding. Consistently putting in the time and effort, even when progress seems slow, is what leads to breakthroughs and insights. Over time, you begin to see how all the small efforts add up, how each challenge strengthens your connection to your passion. It's important to remember that passion is a lifelong journey. It evolves as you evolve, and what excites you today may grow or shift in the future. Consistency and patience are the tools that allow you to stay open to this evolution, to follow where your passion leads without rushing or forcing it. In the end, it's the steady, persistent pursuit that allows passion to truly take root and flourish in your life. By embracing both consistency and patience, you give yourself the best chance to discover and nurture your passion. It may take time, and there may be moments when it feels elusive, but the journey is worth it. The more consistently you show up for yourself and your interests, and the more patient you are with the process, the closer you'll get to living a life that's fueled by passion and purpose. Aligning with purpose is the culmination of finding your passion. It's about understanding that your passion isn't just about what excites or energizes you, it's about how that passion connects to something larger, something meaningful that gives your life direction. Purpose is the driving force that turns passion into more than just a hobby or interest. It's the why behind what you do, the reason that motivates you to keep pursuing your passion even when the road gets tough. When you align with your purpose, your passion becomes a tool for making a difference, not only in your own life but also in the lives of others. It's about realizing that your passion has the potential to impact the world in a positive way. Whether your purpose is to create beauty, solve problems, help others, or inspire change, aligning with purpose means using your passion to contribute to something greater than yourself. This alignment doesn't happen by accident. It requires introspection and intention. You need to ask yourself, why does this passion matter to me? How does it connect to my values? What kind of legacy do I want to leave? When you answer these questions, you begin to see how your passion fits into the bigger picture of your life. Purpose gives your passion depth and direction, transforming it from a fleeting interest into a lifelong mission. Aligning with purpose also means understanding that your passion can evolve. As you grow and change, so will your sense of purpose. What drives you today might not be the same thing that motivates you in the future, and that's okay. The key is to stay connected to your values and the impact you want to have on the world. As long as your passion is in service of something meaningful to you, it will continue to give your life purpose, even as it shifts and adapts over time. When you align with purpose, you bring a sense of intentionality to everything you do. You begin to approach your passion with a greater sense of responsibility, knowing that it has the potential to shape not only your life, but also the world around you. This alignment also gives you resilience. Purpose helps you stay grounded when challenges arise, reminding you that there's a deeper reason for your work beyond the day-to-day struggles. Moreover, aligning with purpose creates a sense of fulfillment that goes beyond personal satisfaction. It's the feeling that comes from knowing you're contributing something valuable to the world, that your passion is part of a larger narrative of growth, progress, or service. This sense of purpose brings a profound sense of joy and fulfillment that's different from the fleeting excitement of simply pursuing an interest. It's a deeper, more lasting form of happiness that comes from knowing you're living in alignment with who you truly are. Aligning with purpose also helps you focus. In a world full of distractions and competing demands, purpose acts as a compass, guiding your decisions and helping you prioritize what truly matters. When you know why you're passionate about something and how it fits into your overall purpose, you're less likely to be swayed by distractions or the opinions of others. Purpose gives you clarity and helps you stay true to your path, even when it's challenging. Ultimately, aligning with purpose turns passion into a life's work. It gives you the motivation to keep going, the clarity to stay focused, and the fulfillment of knowing that your passion is making a difference. This alignment creates a sense of harmony between who you are, what you do, and the impact you want to have on the world. It's the key to not only discovering your passion, but also living a life that's meaningful, purposeful, and deeply rewarding. Paying attention to what energizes you is one of the most important clues in finding your passion. Energy is a powerful signal. It tells you what activities, people, and environments bring you to life. When you're truly engaged in something you're passionate about, you feel a natural sense of flow, where time seems to fly by and you're completely immersed in the moment. This feeling of being energized is not just about physical stamina, but also about emotional and mental excitement. It's that sense of being uplifted, motivated, and driven. To discover what energizes you, start by observing your daily life. Notice the moments when you feel most alive. What are you doing? Who are you with? What's the common thread in those experiences? Often, the activities that give you energy are those that align with your natural talents, interests, or values. You might feel energized by creative work, problem solving, helping others, or learning new things. These are clues that point toward where your passion might lie. On the other hand, pay attention to what drains you. If certain tasks, environments, or even people consistently leave you feeling exhausted or disengaged, that's a sign that they don't align with your passions. By focusing on what excites and energizes you, you can start to steer your life in the direction of your passion. Energy is a guide that helps you move toward the things that light you up and away from the things that weigh you down. Learning from others is another valuable part of the journey to finding your passion. People who have already found their passion can provide insights, inspiration, and guidance. By observing how they've pursued their own paths, you can gather useful lessons that may help you on your journey. Whether through mentors, role models, or even friends and family, learning from others helps expand your understanding of what's possible. It's not about copying someone else's path, but about learning what has worked for them and seeing how you can apply those lessons to your own life. Talk to people who are passionate about their work or interests. Ask them how they discovered what they love, what challenges they face, and what keeps them motivated. Their experiences can offer new perspectives and help you see your own journey in a different light. Additionally, surrounding yourself with passionate people can be contagious. Their enthusiasm and drive can inspire you to dig deeper into your own interests and aspirations. Learning from others doesn't just provide knowledge, it can also give you the courage to pursue what matters to you, showing you that it's possible to live a life driven by passion and purpose. Through these connections, you can build a support network that encourages your growth and helps you stay committed to your journey. In the process of learning from others, don't be afraid to seek advice, ask questions, and learn from both their successes and failures. Each person's story can offer valuable insights into the nature of passion and how to navigate the challenges that come with it. Their stories remind you that finding passion is a journey, often filled with unexpected twists and turns, but it's a journey that's worth taking. Turning passion into action is where the real transformation happens. It's one thing to discover what excites and motivates you, but it's an entirely different thing to take that passion and turn it into meaningful, tangible steps. Passion on its own is a powerful force, but without action, it remains just a dream or a desire. Taking action brings your passion to life and allows you to create something lasting and impactful. The first step in turning passion into action is making a commitment to it. You need to decide that your passion is worth pursuing, no matter the challenges that lie ahead. This doesn't mean you need to have everything figured out right away, but it does mean dedicating time and effort to explore it. It starts with setting goals, whether small or large, and breaking them down into actionable steps. The key is to create a plan that moves you forward, even if it's one step at a time. Action requires discipline. While passion provides the motivation, discipline ensures that you stay on track even when the initial excitement fades. This means showing up consistently, even on days when it feels hard or progress seems slow. Passion can sometimes feel like a wave of inspiration, but it's the daily actions that build momentum and lead to real change. By creating habits and routines that support your passion, you ensure that it becomes a priority in your life rather than something you engage with sporadically. Turning passion into action also means embracing challenges and learning from them. The road to fulfilling your passion isn't always smooth, and there will be obstacles along the way. These challenges are not signs that you're on the wrong path, but opportunities to grow and refine your approach. Action teaches you what works and what doesn't. It helps you gain clarity and strengthens your commitment. Every step, even the missteps, brings you closer to mastering your passion and making it an integral part of your life. Another essential part of turning passion into action is taking risks. Passion often pushes you outside of your comfort zone, asking you to try new things, take bold steps, or make decisions that others may not understand. It requires courage to take that leap, whether it's starting a new career, launching a project, or simply putting your work out into the world. But every action you take, no matter how risky or uncertain, moves you closer to the life you want to create. Action also involves creating opportunities. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment to pursue your passion because there is no perfect moment. Sometimes you have to create the opportunities yourself, whether it's reaching out to people in your field, sharing your work publicly, or volunteering in areas that align with your passion. By being proactive and seeking out chances to engage with your passion, you increase the likelihood of success and growth. Collaboration can be a powerful form of action as well. Working with others who share your interests or values can open up new possibilities, expand your network, and help you stay motivated. Whether through partnerships, mentorship, or joining communities that support your passion, collaborating with like-minded people keeps you accountable and connected to your purpose. In the end, turning passion into action is about taking responsibility for your own growth and fulfillment. It's about not waiting for the right circumstances or external validation, but actively pursuing what makes you come alive. It's about learning, adapting, and consistently showing up for yourself and your dreams. Passion, when combined with action, creates a life that's not only meaningful, but also transformative both for yourself and for the world around you. As we come to the close of this journey through finding your passion, let's take a moment to reflect on the incredible power that lies within each of us. Discovering your passion is not merely an act of self-exploration, it is a profound commitment to living authentically and purposefully. We began by understanding what passion truly means, recognizing that it is a dynamic, evolving force in our lives. Through self-reflection, we learn to tap into our inner desires and identify the interests that light us up. We explored the importance of listening to our inner voice and overcoming the fears and doubts that often hold us back. We discussed the necessity of consistency and patience as we navigate our unique journeys, knowing that true passion takes time to develop. We also recognize that aligning with our purpose can elevate our passion, transforming it from a fleeting interest into a life mission that impacts not only ourselves but also those around us. By paying attention to what energizes us and learning from others, we gain insights that help us carve our paths. Finally, we emphasize that turning passion into action is where the magic happens, where dreams are translated into reality through commitment, discipline, and courage. Thank you.